Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Main Event Insider, your #1 WWE hub. Don't forget to subscribe and let's dive in. Saturday night's main rang. When Oba's name thundered louder than Cody's, the shift was undeniable. This wasn't a lucky break or one match reframed expectations, challenged hierarchy, and signaled that the future will not wait patiently. Saturday night's main event became a turning point the company cannot walk back. The moment the crowd realized history was forming, the atmosphere inside the arena changed before the finish. Fans sensed something different unfolding, something heavier than a typical champion versus champion encounter. Oba Femi's presence carried authority from the moment he stepped through the curtain. As the match progressed, the audience reaction shifted from curiosity to belief. Chants grew louder, gasps replaced cheers. When Oba began overpowering Cody Rhodes, the building leaned forward instead of pulling away. This reaction matters because crowds rarely abandon emotional loyalty unless convinced. Cody represents perseverance and identity, yet fans responded honestly to dominance they could not ignore. By the time the final sequence approached, the shock was no longer if Oba could win, but whether WWE would allow it. When the pinfall landed, the reaction wasn't confusion. It was stunned acceptance. That response confirmed WWE achieved exactly what it intended. Oba Femi's NXT run as a foundation, not a ceiling. Oba Femi's rise did not begin on Saturday night's main event. It was built deliberately through sustained dominance in NXT. His reigns were not defined by desperation or survival, but by control. Oba wrestled like someone who expected to win. His physicality, balance, and pace made him feel inevitable rather than explosive. Becoming a two-time NXT champion was less a breakthrough and more a confirmation. WWE never portrayed him as learning on the job. They framed him as a finished product sharpening his edge. That distinction matters when transitioning to the main roster. Oba was not positioned as a prospect earning opportunity. He was positioned as a problem requiring escalation. Saturday night's main event wasn't a test run. It was a continuation of momentum already proven. Cody Rhodes as the standard of the modern era. Cody Rhodes entered the match as more than a champion. He represented WWE's emotional and narrative foundation. His journey back to the company, his pursuit of legitimacy, and his role as locker room leader positioned him as the measuring stick for credibility. Every challenger who faces Cody is tested not just physically, but symbolically. Beating Cody means confronting the heart of WWE's current identity. That framing is why this loss matters. WWE didn't protect Cody through interference or ambiguity. They allowed him to be beaten clean. This choice reinforces Cody's role as the standard rather than diminishing it. Only true threats are allowed to defeat him decisively. By placing Oba in that category, WWE elevated him instantly while preserving Cody's value as the benchmark everyone must overcome. Match structure that told a clear story. The structure of the match was intentional and disciplined. Oba Femi did not chase Cody's pace. He dictated it. Every sequence reinforced imbalance rather than parity. Cody's speed and resilience were neutralized by Oba's strength and control. This wasn't a chaotic brawl designed to mask differences. It was a methodical confrontation where one competitor steadily removed the other's options. That storytelling choice matters because it eliminates excuses. Cody wasn't distracted. He wasn't weakened. He was outmatched in that moment. WWE allowed the match to breathe, giving the audience time to absorb what they were seeing. When Oba delivered Fall from Grace, it felt earned, inevitable, and final. The clean finish cemented the message. This wasn't a tease, it was a declaration. Why the clean pinfall changed everything. A clean pinfall is the strongest statement WWE can make. There was no interference, no distraction, and no narrative escape hatch. Oba Femi didn't survive Cody Rhodes. He defeated him. That clarity forces acceptance. Fans can debate timing, but not legitimacy. WWE chose conviction over safety. In doing so, they created a moment that cannot be quietly undone. Clean wins over top champions redefine perception instantly. This result moves Oba beyond potential and into credibility. It also reshapes how fans view future matchups. Opponents can no longer approach Oba as untested. They must treat him as proven. WWE's willingness to commit to the finish reveals confidence not only in Oba, but in their long-term vision. The immediate reaction. Across the WWE universe, the reaction online mirrored the shock inside the arena. Clips spread within minutes. Debates ignited instantly. Some fans celebrated the boldness, others questioned the speed. That division is not a flaw, it's evidence of impact. Wrestling thrives on moments that challenge expectations. Commentators themselves sounded stunned, reinforcing authenticity. No one attempted to downplay what happened. WWE allowed the moment to exist without justification. The clean nature of the win eliminated conspiracy and fueled discussion. Fans weren't arguing whether it happened. They were arguing what it means. That distinction keeps engagement alive. This wasn't controversy for shock value. It was disruption with purpose. WWE succeeded in creating a moment fans cannot ignore or forget. Oba Femi's status after the win, this victory fundamentally repositions Oba Femi. He is no longer an NXT champion stepping up. He is a main roster threat with proven credentials. WWE does not grant wins like this lightly. The company now has the freedom to place Oba anywhere on the card without justification. World title conversations are no longer premature. Rivalries feel credible immediately. This match accelerated Oba's timeline without sacrificing believability. That balance is rare. WWE now has a performer who feels dangerous by design, not hype. Every future appearance will carry expectation. Fans will watch not to see if Oba belongs, but to see who can stop him. That shift is powerful. What the loss adds to Cody Rhodes' story loss does not weaken Cody Rhodes. It deepens his narrative. Cody has always been defined by response, not dominance. This defeat introduces uncertainty into his reign, and uncertainty fuels compelling storytelling. WWE now has multiple paths available. Cody could recalibrate, grow more aggressive, or reassess his confidence. Each option adds dimension. Champions who never stumble eventually stagnate. Cody's strength lies in struggle. This moment restores tension to his journey. Fans now question what comes next, and that curiosity sustains interest. Rather than protecting Cody excessively, WWE trusted his character to absorb loss and evolve. That trust preserves his long-term value. Creative directions WWE can explore. WWE now stands at a creative crossroads rich with possibility. A rematch could anchor a major event with genuine stakes. Alternatively, Oba could dismantle other top names to reinforce dominance. Cody could pursue redemption or shift focus toward new rivals. Factions could form organically in response to Oba's rise. The key is commitment. WWE has created momentum that demands follow-through. Retreating would undermine credibility. Leaning in could redefine the main event scene heading into 2026. Fans are watching closely. Debate indicates investment. This moment opened doors rather than closed chapters. How WWE walks through them will determine whether this becomes legendary or wasted. The bigger meaning behind the result. From a broader perspective, this result signals a philosophical shift. WWE is telling its audience that hierarchy is no longer protected by tenure alone. Performance matters, impact matters. Oba Femi's win represents a future that refuses to wait. Cody Rhodes remains a pillar, now strengthened by challenge. The company gains unpredictability, which fuels long-term interest. This is how eras change, not gradually, but decisively. WWE wanted fans talking, questioning, and tuning in. They achieved all three. Saturday night's main event didn't just showcase a match. It reshaped the narrative landscape. The future didn't knock. It arrived, took control, and left no doubt.